Hello. Thank you very much for stopping by this amazing podcast. If you watch or listen to this podcast, you'll be one of the few, or maybe even less than a few, a couple, or even one that watch this video podcast. So consider yourself a true hero. Also, you can brag to your friends or family or whatever, co-workers or whatever, that you actually tuned on this video. Thank you again for stopping by the video podcast. You all have a great day now.
Hey, what's up? This is former President Barack Obama, and you're watching Random Green TV. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much for stopping by. Yes, and welcome to the video podcast, everybody. Today, sad day for wrestling fans who grew up Hulkamania. And it's really sad that he died. Obviously, we all go. And it's, hopefully we live as long as we can and live long lives. 71's pretty young, And, that's fine and dandy. If you don't like Hulk Hogan for his support of Trump, look, I'm not a fan either way, but when I see some people bashing Trump, a dead person, through the YouTube comments I seen was despicable, deplorable, and disgusting. But it's not surprising because we all know the tolerant left isn't so tolerant. Hulk Hogan was also in the NWO, the black and white. He started out black and red, and I love WCW. I mean, really, that's when I always watched WWF when it was WWF. Now it's WWE, and they obviously have a huge, huge YouTube channel, a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers in that one. To say the least. About as much as me, my channel. Yeah, right. NWO black and red, and then NWO black and white. I think he was NWO black and white. And I think I liked that fraction when they had that. And they had, I think Nash was black and red. I can't really remember. I couldn't tell you. I can't really remember. Again, it was a long time ago. I remember in high school watching that, and it was really fun. It was a lot of fun. I remember going to friends' places and watching pay-per-views, and yeah, really good times. Watching wrestling, and even I remember one time, I think when I was really young, I was expecting to see Hulk Hogan, and they came to my hometown to wrestle. And it was like your average wrestlers that would come and wrestle, and it was good wrestling entertainment. Hogan surely is going to go down as one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time. And one more gone, and it's crazy how Theo Huxtable or Malcolm Jamal Warner died, drowned, unfortunately, and then Ozzy Osbourne dies, and then what an odd combination that those, the Cosby Kid, the Cosby son, Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan all in the same week, or I think same week, and crazy. It always goes in threes, or more. And pretty sad. And it's also sad that some individuals don't care about Hulk Hogan. They mock him. They mock him. It's not surprising. And people are gonna say what they're gonna say. It's just, but it is a little annoying to see people's comments, how they, you can't, again, when someone types in a comment on YouTube, you can't tell what they're saying or can't hear what they're saying. They can only go by what they type in the comments. It's the unfortunate thing about commenting, is that you like when someone puts all cap locks on a comment, that's not even really offensive. It's just like, okay, I'm not gonna even read it. But these individuals that put in there, well, that's what happens when he supported the Orange Man. They really got offended by that, and whatever he wants to do, that's his business. I think it was like over a year ago when he went to that, or maybe 6 to 9 months ago, or longer than 6 months ago. It was like probably 10 months ago, maybe, that it was around September, October, maybe it was even right after July, that infamous time that what happened to that. Due to community guidelines, I just don't even want to go to what I was going to say, but it just shows you the maturity level and the hatred of these individuals, and they put stuff like that in the YouTube comments about how they good, or they'll say, oh, good thing that he went, good thing, who cares? Really? Like this is what makes me mad, or this is not makes me mad, but this is what that made me mad about the comments. But this is what makes me upset, is the fact that not upset. I'm sorry. This is what makes me upset. I did it again, didn't I? This is what I don't understand is you live your short life. You don't care what people think. You go through. I mean, you want to have ethics, and you want to be nice and kind. Unlike the YouTube unlike the YouTube commenters who have to bash somebody because they just have weak and pathetic. They have a pathetic life that they have to be so angry and put that in the comments. It's kind of funny too at the same time. You go through your life not caring what people think. You live your life the way you want to live it, regardless of what people think. I'm kind of like a nihilist with a purpose. Who cares what people think, If I did that, I wouldn't make YouTube videos. If I really, really cared and really was, oh my God, I better care what people think. Come on. But, maybe they don't care what people think, but having a little bit of compassion for individuals. You don't, that's one thing you don't do. It's a unwritten rule. It's a written rule, basically, that you don't bash somebody if they pass on. How would you like it if you went to somebody and the person that made those disgusting comments on those YouTube posts about Hulk Hogan passing, how would they feel if they went to somebody and said, well, I so-and-so passed away. And the other person says, well, so what? Good. You wouldn't like it, would they? But of course, individuals like that, they're not very bright. They let one person control their lives to the point where they have to be so bitter, and boy, it's really sad. I really don't understand these individuals that have to hate somebody like that. Hulk Hogan was awesome. Maybe these individuals that didn't like Hulk Hogan, maybe they were afraid of him. Maybe they got kind of scared watching him wrestle. Even though it was not real, they probably didn't like that toxic masculinity. It probably hurt their feelings, their soft and fragile feelings, that Hulk Hogan was flexing his muscles and the same people that don't like Hulk Hogan are the ones that probably can't define what a woman is, or a biological woman. Not that I have anything against whatever you want to be. You want to be a trans, more power to you. Just keep out of women's sports. Is what that's my opinion, and whatever. You might have differing opinions, and that's fine. If you want to be, that's your opinion. And I can go through my life having an opinion about things, and if people want to bash me, that's fine. Go ahead. You're not going to say it to my face, so that's one thing about it, is that the fact that I'm pretty confident of that. You can't come up to me and say, it's like I say, these individuals are just soft and angry and emotionally weak, and they just don't know how to be a good person. They don't know how to be a good person. They just don't. I'm not saying you have to agree with me, but these individuals, I tell you what, they can't forgive. I'm not talking about forgiving from a biblical standpoint. I'm just talking about forgiving from a common decency. I looked at Grok, AI and Grok. You know what I'm talking about. I grokked it. I went to Grok and asked, can you forgive a person without using religion or biblical viewpoints? Of course. They said it improves anxiety. It replenishes a person and makes a person more positive, and it can give them a more productive life. But these people, they don't have a life. They got to go and bash Hulk Hogan and his legacy. Well, you got to go bash the person because he decided to support somebody. That's like me not liking somebody because they root for a certain sports team. It may be not like that because you'll say, well, the sports team doesn't have much power as the president, which is true. And hey, I don't agree with everything that Trump says and does. And maybe Hulk Hogan, maybe he didn't support him the last 6 months. You don't know. You didn't have much of a choice, did you? He's either a cackling hen or a control freak. I mean, or a king, if you want to call him that, a king. He's look, Hulk Hogan was awesome, but people have to bash his legacy, and that's fine. But he's still going to have that legacy, and they can never take that away from him. He's dead and gone, and that's fine. And that's another reason not to really care what people think, because we all have our limits. We all have our expiration date, and hopefully we can live as long as we can. Hopefully we can live long, long lives. And not care what people think, like these YouTube commenters. Hey, these are just my opinions. You don't have to agree with me.